Hey everybody, and welcome on back to Building with Whip. Today we are working on our holiday special build again. Today is episode 3 of the holiday special. In the first episode, we built up all the terrain around here, building up all of our cliff faces, our mountains, and all that stuff, creating this awesome little valley atmosphere. The second episode we came in, we brought in all the snow, turned it into a much more wintry vibe than it was previously, adding in all the bushes and everything, making it look like little things are poking up throughout the snow. And I'm super excited with all of this one. I got a question for you guys starting out today's episode though. Since Christmas is just around the corner, what is something on your Christmas list that you would want 100%? If you could choose one item off your Christmas list, no doing any big crazy things like I want a Ferrari or something crazy like that. Well, on your current list that you got going, if you made one, like what's one item that you want to make sure you get for sure? I'm curious to see what everybody's looking out for this year. Might interested to find out a few ideas for myself here as well. So let me know down in the comments below on that one. However, in today's episode, I want to give you guys a little brief update on what's happened since the last episode. So last episode we came through and we noticed that our river here was all just completely filled with ice and it was kind of hard to walk along. So what I did was I brought in a few more slabs and stairs and also the seagrass, because seagrass occupies the block. It's just waterlogged, so that actually can't turn into ice. So you're able to make some pretty high detailed rivers just by adding little bits of those guys throughout here. And so you can make it look like the ice is just kind of down the center and make it look more like the ice might be floating on top of the river and everything like that, which makes it a little bit cooler in my opinion. Up here, I did go ahead and bring in our cave as well. Maybe we'll go ahead and do something popping out this back way here at the end. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and leave this guy in here as is. I was able to get rid of that torch up there, so it's no longer a light source in the cave randomly. Very happy with that one. However, what we're going to be working on today is building up our town back here. So we're going to start out with this building right here with our lovely colored shulker box floor on the inside. And then we'll be coming over here building up this guy, that guy, finishing off with the tree, and then adding in a few little holiday decorations and things like that around the area, just to make it look a little bit more interesting. So I'll tell you guys what, let me go ahead and sleep the night away because that sun is dropping down below the mountains. It'll be real dark in here very soon. Get these shaders off and we can come back and start building that guy up. So I'll be right back with y'all. Alright guys, welcome on back. So I have a slight idea what I'd like to do for the front here, and making sure we want to start out with, for sure, definitely raising up our entranceway right here, because we're going to have all this snow piled up around this area. So we want to make sure that their front porch entrance here is a little less snowified, I guess you could say. And then beyond that, I wanted to go ahead and start out with kind of creating a really rough cobblestone wall right up here. I think it'd be pretty good if we go ahead and just kind of do something like this. Might be able to get a good amount of stuff up here, but just something right into here, making it just be a little bit more shapely than what it was previously, giving ourselves a little bit more to work with. We're going to go ahead and obviously have our doorway right in there. And then what I wanted to do on the outsides here was actually bring in some strip spruce like we're seeing right here. So let's go ahead and bring this guy out. We can do bam and bam and bam, bringing you all the way up to there. We can jump across to this side. I want to make the top a little bit pointed so that we are able to get some like different colors and things like that in here, or more of a sloped roof, I guess, not colors. I don't know why I was saying that, but something like this to make it look a little bit more detailed. For that, I want to go ahead and use some spruce for the wood up here, making it just a little bit more interesting. So I was thinking we could go ahead and basically come along this way, and might want to go ahead and for now actually get rid of that guy, but I want to go ahead and kind of have it come all the way out here to the end. We'll do this, bring it up a little bit here to give ourselves a little bit more height. And then we can go ahead and kind of start bringing this stuff all in here again. And like this. And then here we can go ahead and start sloping it a little bit more. So we get that guy. And then here we can go ahead and do bam. Bringing this stuff out. Bringing that stuff out on top. And then we can do that full block that we had right there again. And then we bring him down like this. And we should be getting some cool little bits of color and things like that in throughout this area. I think it'd be a good way of getting just that extra little bit of shape to it, while keeping kind of a cool little atmosphere bit. And it comes out to like this. And we can go ahead and do that, bring you in here as well. So we get this type of shape. I think that'll be really cool for going ahead and doing that. Now, I was thinking for the front entrance, I want to go ahead and add a little bit more detail, a little bit more life to this guy. And so I was thinking what we could do with that is go ahead and make this a little bit more detailed than what it is currently. So we want to go ahead and get rid of all these guys. Obviously, we're going to keep that stone brick theme going in for the base there. And then I was thinking we could go ahead and just do like bam and bam, bringing these down to get those kind of blocky bits hanging off the sides. And I want to go ahead and add some extra detail right there. And then for the top of the door frame, I always like including some polished andesite into that guy. And I was thinking for this, we could go ahead and almost have like a window right there and a window coming up on this side as well. So we could get just this. I think that'd be pretty cool. So we have a doorway here in the middle. We have two skinny windows on the side. And then what if we go ahead and bring these guys up like that? Just helping to round this out a little bit more. While we're here though, what if we bring in you guys to help kind of round that top bit out? That looks pretty cool. I like that. It kind of hangs out a good way. So we're going to have a little bit of a protected area in here for some snow. I do have some dark oak doors on me. Nice. Okay, perfect. Let's go and see what you look like right there. That's pretty cool. What if we went ahead and brought in another one of these chiseled stone bricks up here at the top to kind of round that out? Because it looked a little flat before. I like that. I think that's pretty good. Now, do we have some andesite? Perfect, we do. I did come prepared for this one. So I was hoping to come in here and add in some andesite just again to kind of break up the area like we always do. If we keep it all just straight cobblestone, it looks kind of dumb. So if we go ahead and just bring a little bits of andesite right there, that looks pretty cool. I don't know about you guys, but I think that's a good style that we can go with here for creating this general area. I'll tell you what though, let me go ahead and get the roof kind of going all the way back here, see what that's going to look like, because I do want to go ahead and find a way that we can add a chimney or something in here. I feel like that would be really fitting. I'm just going to go ahead and fill these guys in. But yeah, we want to get a chimney in here somewhere just so we can have that little bit of that kind of warm winter heat, or that, not warm winter heat, the warm heat that you need in the winter to survive. Obviously, we need to have some way to get that stuff in here. So I'll be back with you guys as soon as I got an idea of what we want to do there. No better way to bring in the nighttime than to build up our fireplace right here. So let's go and get this guy done. We just need some stone brick here. We need some of this stuff, and we might need some of these guys in here as well. And I came in here and laid out this little area for where I'd like the fireplace to kind of be sitting. And I want to go ahead and have it kind of facing out to right there. We'll have to go ahead and get rid of that guy, bring in a stone brick. But here's the interior so far, and that is super dark. Might not want to do this at nighttime, but let's see how it goes. So overall, looking at it like this, super cool in the nighttime with that glow coming out from it, because it really brings in that kind of warm vibe that we want to be pushing forward with here. And not that guy. We want to go ahead and bring this guy up. Another one right here. Doing bam, bam, bam. And then I was thinking we could go bring you up one more, bring this over here, and then do that and bring him up again. And then plump one of those chiseled stone bricks at the top, kind of making it look a little bit more decorative. And then we got our little chimney cobblestone wall right there. I think that's going to be really cool for our fireplace. Then we can come in here, light our fireplace, and go to bed for the night and get back with some more work. That is not the fireplace at all. So we can do that and then go to bed. Cool, because now it's very dangerous outside, I'm sure. Up here, I don't know. Do mobs spawn on snow layers? Can anybody let me know that down in the comments? I'm curious. I don't know if they do or not. But in here, I wanted to go ahead and make it a little bit more safer than it is. So this house would be obviously a little bit bigger once we get rid of our cobblestone or our shulker box wall there. But I want to go ahead and make this guy a little bit more detailed than what it is. So we have these guys right here. And then we don't really have a whole lot of the slab action on us right now for the stone brick slabs. So I want to go ahead and make a few more of these. I know we're going with kind of like a dwarfish style here. So I want to make sure that we use lots of stone brick and lots of stone good stuff. What if we go and do you? And then that's actually really simple, and that looks pretty good, and you can't jump in the fire itself. So we'll go ahead and do that one for now. I'll tell you guys what, though. I'm pretty much going to go ahead and copy this house design right here, plop it onto this building right here. So let me go ahead and get that done, guys, and I'll be back with you once we got that figured out. We can start doing a little bit more detail in this area. All right, everybody, welcome back. So I decided to go ahead and build up all three of these, and I'm realizing now I forgot to add in the cobblestone walls along the edge of this guy, so we can go ahead and do that right now. And then do a little bit of action right there, and perfect. So we got this area here kind of built up now, pretty much how I was hoping it would look. I know they're all the same house design so far, and I'm actually pretty okay with that, just for the general shape and size and style and scale of everything that we want to be doing here. Because it's supposed to be a little mystical village almost, so I'm okay with it being a little bit more copy pasta for the house designs. Where did I leave the craft table? I just took one down, I know. But yeah, overall pretty happy with this guy. Just adding in a few little detail bits here as we're kind of walking around. Thought it might look pretty cool if we went ahead and added a few things like this in throughout these areas. I meant to grab snow layers there, not the full blocks. And we can go ahead and just add little bits like this. Thought it'd be kind of fun to just add in those extra little bits here and there again, just for that tiny little bits of detail. And maybe that guy right there. And I guess this would be all these. I love that you can silk touch a whole pile of snow layers now and you get the whole thing back. Because before, if you broke a whole stack, you would just get a few snowballs back. And oh man, that is such a game changer. So happy about these game overall life improvement changes in here. All right, next thing that we want to be focusing on though is now that we got these guys in here, we got to make it look like a little bit of a winter wonderland. I know we got this area over here, but I'm pretty much thinking about leaving this kind of blank for now. However, what I did want to do with you guys though is one, I got to go ahead and actually get all this wood stuff out of my inventory because we're done with that for now. We can go ahead and just leave it like that. That's totally fine. Where did I leave it? There we go. White concrete powder. So I was thinking a cool way of making a path throughout here would actually be to use white concrete powder. So it looks a little bit like it's snow, but it still has a little bit of texture to it, making it look like somebody's been walking through it. So I thought white concrete powder could be a cool way that we could go ahead and kind of create a little bit of a path around our city here, our little village in the mountains. And we can make it still look like the whole thing's covered in snow, but maybe somebody came through earlier and briefly cleared it off. So we got these little bits here and there where we're going to be adding in some of this white concrete powder instead of the grass throughout here, making it look just a little bit more like that winter vibe that we want to go for. I went into a creative world, tested out a bunch of different ones, and this is kind of the one that I came across that I liked the most. I was going to think like light gray concrete powder, but that stood out way too much, whereas this is just kind of that very subtle look of like crushed snow almost is what I'm picturing it as kind of in my head right now. I think it actually fits that mark pretty well. So we can see that little pathway that we built up right there. Pretty freaking awesome. And then we obviously need to go ahead and bring him out around this way as well, just kind of looping this up. We're only going to keep the pathway inside the city, or inside the village. It's not like this place is really going anywhere. It's just supposed to be up here for where all of our presents and everything are going to be made. So I'm totally okay with kind of leaving it as is right here. I don't have any snow on me, so we can go ahead and do it the other way and just kind of push that back out. Perfect. Okay, so maybe actually we go ahead and kind of bring this guy down here. We could just do a little light pathway that is very skinny and dots its way down to just the water right here. So maybe we go ahead and kind of go through this area, or we go ahead and just dot a few of these in here like this and make it look like the pathway was once here. But this part, because nobody really leaves the village unless they need to go get supplies from somewhere or something like that, we can make it look like a few of these are kind of disconnected and covered up, so you can barely see the pathway in here, because like right down here we can bring in that snow kind of back how we had it, and maybe right here we go ahead and have one of those white concrete powder blocks. I think that'll actually be a pretty good way we can mix this one up. I'll tell you guys what though, I want to play around with getting a new tree in here, so then we can start adding in the Christmas decorations and things like that. So give me a quick sec while I get a tree built up. I want to make it look similar to these guys, so I'm just going to do it myself, and then we can go ahead and start doing some Christmas decorations for our village here itself. So I'll be back with you guys shortly. Scratch that idea. I'm actually showing you guys how we're doing the tree here. So we got the tree here. The base shape here is pretty much built up, and I got the height somewhere where I want it to be. I just kind of eyeballed it as I was going. But down here you can see from below we got a fairly decent little circle-ish shape for the canopy. This side I want to be a little bit more open up. So my plan is here is actually to go ahead and use that farm that we built up a while ago, the gold farm. I'm going to go ahead and stop back by there, grab a few gold pieces. Maybe we'll grab a few other colorful blocks and we'll come back in and decorate this guy. Maybe a few like glowstone pieces or something. We can make it look like there's some twinkling lights on here. Make it look super cool. But for now, what I wanted to go ahead and do is basically just start figuring out how we can go ahead and bring these things all up to the top here. So we got to go ahead and figure out kind of what the general shape of this guy is going to be. Let's go ahead and do you. And then we can do bam, bring it up to there. And then kind of bringing this guy all the way throughout here. Is that one lower? Okay, that is back to this level. We can do that one. And on this guy here, again, we'll go ahead and maybe have it be like super tall and skinny in the middle on this one. What if we actually went ahead and brought him up the side more? Not right there. I want to go ahead and make it look like that. Nope, that. There we go. Let's go ahead and get that guy down. Perfect. Thank you, Mr. Leaf Block, for falling back down here in the correct direction. So we can go ahead and then build this guy up here. Makes it look more like the tree's on a bit of an angle than so much being that kind of straight, solid corner that, or everything meeting up in that center point. So it'll actually kind of help give a little bit of an illusion of more shape and style and natural bits to it by kind of having those corners raised up higher instead of everything revolving around that kind of XY axis that typically Minecraft trees revolve on, where everything is kind of the same going all the way around with slight little bits of variation. So I like to go ahead and mess that guy up as much as I possibly can. Make it just kind of break up the mold as much as we can for Minecraft trees. I know these trees are a little bit chaotic looking, but I really like them. I think that they've done a pretty good job for what we want to accomplish with a Minecraft tree. So I'm thinking right here, then we go ahead and skip that guy. Bring this all the way up to the top here, and we should be good. This should be looking like a spruce tree now. You know, perfect. I like that. I think that'll be pretty good. And once we get some ornaments on it, it looks like it can hold some weight. And I think that's exactly what we wanted. We can hold a little bit of weight on this guy. Maybe we go ahead and buff out the bottoms a little bit there. And what if we actually came in with these and did those little tree topper bits right here instead of having it look like there's some open stumps? That might actually look a little bit better. That's the wrong height. Let's go and do you, and bam. No, crap. Bummer. It was a good idea. There. Got it. Okay, cool. Let me go ahead and raid my storage room, see what decorations we can put up on this guy, and I'll be back with you guys after we get that done. Then we can finish doing some more decorations around this area. So I'll be right back. All right, welcome on back, guys. So we got a few presents down here at the bottom of the tree. I wonder what's in them. I don't know. It's probably just empty chests, but that's totally okay. So coming up here, though, as you guys can see, I got a few pieces of glowstone, got a bunch of gold blocks, got a few blocks of emeralds, and I got a few blocks of diamonds. I thought it'd be fun if we can make it look like so we have some like strands of things like poking up around this tree. Really kind of trying to bring in those Christmas decoration vibes that we got going on. So maybe we somehow get a pattern or something going like this. I don't really have many emeralds to my name, so this is actually pretty freaking expensive for me to be doing. But I was thinking basically like we could do something like this with a little bit of a pattern of maybe them like going in and out. Just a few little areas, get in some stuff on here to make it look like we got a fancy old Christmas tree. And then maybe this guy kind of jumps over to there. Actually, right there. No, let's go and drop him down. So we can, I want to make it look like there's just a lot of stuff happening on the tree here. Very, very decorated up. These people use a lot of their wealth every year to decorate their Christmas tree. Because like say Christmas is like probably like the most important thing to these people, because this is where they make their livelihood and everything like that, because they make all the gifts and deliver them around the world, and I don't know, maybe take some gold out of people's coffers while they're doing it. So they got a bunch of the shiny stuff up here. But that's what I was kind of thinking for that. However, we don't really have room to throw much of a star on here, so I figured just like another block of gold or something like that on the top would be able to do the job. Yeah, I like that. I think we need to go ahead and get a few more of the little guys kind of spattered around here. Maybe we go ahead and do like a glowstone block there, another block of emerald right on that. Actually, with these gems, kind of with the blocks being more like a gem or something, I've actually really enjoyed those. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like it added a cool little element to Minecraft that we didn't really have before. So maybe we have like a block of diamond like hanging right there, and we can have like another little light source right over in here. Where is that Endermite? I saw him around here a second ago. Did he despawn? Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, so I was thinking we go ahead and do little bits of stuff like that. Maybe we go ahead and throw another glowstone block right there. And we do another little block of gold right on that guy. Oh, hi, buddy. They got stuck in snow. That's interesting. Yeah, so that's pretty good. We only got these last few guys left. So what if we kind of go ahead and just do something right like there? Let's go ahead and raise him up and do that like right to there. And let's get this last block of emerald on here. Where do we got an open spot on the tree? Always the hard part. When you're decorating your Christmas tree, you always got to find those last few open spots. Somewhere where you can go ahead and throw something. I don't really like how flat this guy is, so maybe we'll go ahead and just kind of bump him right there. That could be fine. Then we can do a leaf below it. Make a little bit more sense in there. Let's go ahead and take a look back here, see what it's looking like from this side. So happy. Ooh, yeah. That's very cool. We got a lot of gold on there, though, which I'm a little too much gold for me, maybe. But also, I'm going to come up here and throw another block of gold on the top. Why not? We got to have that little top ornament something or another right there. Actually, no, I don't like that at all. That's really bad. Maybe we go ahead and instead of adding it on the top, we go ahead and bring this guy down and add it right there. That could look better. I don't really want this to be too shiny, loud from over the tree. Yeah, it looks like it's a tree topper. I'll go ahead and say that's a pretty good job with that one. So now that we got our Christmas tree up here, though, we got that guy all decorated up, feeling great, ready for the Christmas season. We got to come in here and add in some of this, a little bit of an extra bit to the city here, or bit to the area. I don't know why I keep calling it a city, man. Maybe it's because we're working in the city so much. But I wanted to add a little bit of extra stuff into here to make it look like there's a lot more going on with the village and making it look just a lot more interesting for everybody who's living in this area. So I wanted to go ahead and see if there's a few areas where we could string some lights. Maybe we have some or not lights, but little like banners. So maybe we have something coming off of here, kind of bringing this guy all the way out over this way, bringing you back up to here and then over. And maybe we just kind of have it connect right to there. That could work. So I was thinking we do stuff like that. Then we go ahead and bring in some red wool and kind of dot these guys going along the way. And then we can come back in with some white wool, fill in the blanks, kind of making it look like a little bit of a Santa checkery pattern going on here. Bringing these things all the way around, making it just look a lot more interesting in the general area. These are going to be dwarf people after all. That's the idea behind this area. So it's okay if it's a little short to walk under because they're going to have short little stubby legs as well. So it really doesn't matter. Let's go in for this one. Let's go ahead and actually raise that guy up there. And then we can go ahead and actually like plop another one right on there. I think that'll be good. But I was hoping to add a few guys like this, as you can see throughout the area. And I think that'll be a good job of kind of adding that extra little bit of homey, decoration-y vibe to this guy without really overdoing it. So what if we take you, kind of bringing this out to here, bring this way across like this, and then connect it down into there. So maybe we go ahead and actually bring these two guys back. That could work. I think that'll be okay. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay, so we can go ahead and bring in our red. All these bits going all the way across here, like so. And then we can bring back in the white, make it a little bit more interesting, adding in a little bit of extra variety to it, making it look super cool. Yeah, let's go ahead and take this guy off here, adding in all this cool stuff. I really hope that kind of helps bring out the vibe of a little Christmas town. You guys will have to let me know in the description or in the comments below or in the description if you want to somehow edit that. That's cool. Let's see here. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like that a lot. I think that, especially down here, that looks very, very Christmassy to me. I don't know about you guys, but I think that's going to be pretty cool. I'll tell you what, though. Let me go ahead and do a last few little finishing touches around the area, and I'll be back with you guys, and we can go ahead and end this episode off. All right, I figured a great way to end this episode off would be to take the same route in that we came in here to start with. And oh man, this is such a different atmosphere down here at the end. It's so cool. I'm really hoping you guys are enjoying this series. If you guys are, please hit that like button below. It means a heck of a lot to me if you guys are showing a lot of support for these little mini series that we got going on here. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this one. All right, so what we changed in here is actually rather big. I felt this back here was way too boring and bland. So I came in and brought in another little bit of a building kind of hanging out up here at the side of the cliff. Maybe this guy that we're standing on top of right now has some way to get up here and it has like a second room on the upper half. I do need to still go ahead and add a box to the back of it. Just realized that that kind of looks out into nothingness. So we'll go ahead and tackle that here pretty soon on my own. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching today's episode. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. That was super fun to build up. I had a great time doing this one, trying to kind of a new style here. I think I would probably come back in and change a few things up. Maybe a little bit more interesting of a roof design, adding some variation and things to it. But overall, very happy with this one. Kind of keeping that clockwork dwarven style. Everything's very pristine. I think that's okay for this type of style that we got here. But thank you guys all so much for watching. Please hit that like button if you did enjoy. And there's one more episode coming out next Friday where we're going to be building the machines. They'll be delivering the gifts all around the world. So hopefully you guys enjoy that episode. Be sure to catch that one next Friday. All right, thank you guys all so much for watching. Please hit that like button, like I just said. Subscribe if you're new, and I will catch you on the flip side.